Let's go.
Alright. So we've come to our last archetype review. So, because Steven is so small and is a summer alone, I'll actually doing a review on both the Steven deck and the Marnie deck. I already did a limited set review on all the Marnie cards. You can find those in packs. But there's also a Marnie deck. So, let's get into it pretty quickly here. So, these are all the Steven Pokemon. These are all the supporters in the deck you get in the deck. This is the only Steven trainer here, and there's no special Steven energy. So let's go through Steven cards first, and then we'll get into the deck and how it functions. So first thing first, let's get into the one trainer card Steven has. So Steven's Pokemon take 30 less damage, 20 points attacks. Nothing. It's across the board. So now let's look at his Pokemon to see if we have a hint. Alright, so Steel type, 70, not that big. Skarmory, alright. 50 damage to Pokemon, but 3 metal entry, pretty high. Sage of Steven's Pokemon. Claybass. 220 on a one price. That's kinda strong, but the energy cost a bit high. Carbink also reduces damage, but doesn't stack. So this and Steven's Field card means your Pokemon takes 60 less damage, which is not nothing considering that there's an item that also does that. I mean, you can take 90 less damage from an attack, meaning puts Dragapult down to just Frizzle. And main part of his deck, and strongest card by far, Steven's Metagross EX, which once per turn, you may search your deck for a Psychic energy or a Metal energy, attach it to one of your Psychic Pokemon or Steel Pokemon anywhere you like. So basically, you look at any of your Pokemon that are Steel and Psychic, and you search your deck for energy and attach it to them, just one to each. And yeah, by the way, this does stack. So if you have multiple Metagrosses, you can bring multiple energies. So that's why this attack is not out of the way, or this attack, but it's pretty good. And this 200 attack isn't the most impossible anymore, because you're bringing that metal energy with its own effect and attaching one on your own. And if you have 2 Metagrosses, they bring 2 attached one and just keep swinging for defenses. So we have naturally a large amount of Psychic and Steel energy. As I was saying, so lots of energy are provided because you'll be pulling them out pretty quickly and you don't want to run out. You can also combine this with the Archetype that wasn't in the deck build, but Archetype also brings back metal energy from the graveyard, so you'll have a very efficient engine there. Because this Skarmory might be the best option, and it's a better attack option than these here, because you also discard the energy for the same amount of damage on a Terra, so it doesn't get damaged on the bench. So yeah, there we go. We have some bosses. We have Freeton. Allows you to bring a Pokemon or a trainer from in your top. Some experience share so that energy doesn't go to waste. Recycle for energy that lost, because again you don't want to waste. Ionos and this to bring some of these small Pokemon. It's a pretty solid base deck, and also beginner friendly deck. Sorry, I turned a bit there. Random mosquito. So yeah, it's pretty good and functions pretty well. But most of the time you will not actually find the entire deck. You might just find the Metagross line in a Psychic or Metal deck, specifically for the acceleration. The rest of that stuff doesn't really see too much commercial play. At least not like Marnie. On the other hand, the Marnie deck is more filled out. So again, we have the Purloin that could come out. We have the Playsetter Impidimps, Scrappy that could come out. We have a couple more Picos, which would be useful. Scrappy will come out, of course. Of course, we have the Grimmsnarls, but you need 4 of these. You only get in 2 in the deck, so you may have to buy a second one, or go look and find 2 more. Viper to come out. You have 2 copies in the deck. Not the best. And you get 3 copies of the Morgrem. Right? So you miss 1 more. So 1 in the deck wouldn't suffice, but it's almost completely functional just there. Remember, we're trying to get 2 of these, so we could replace these with Grimmsnarls. We could replace these with one of the Morgems to be 4 off for the full Impidimp to Grimmsnarl line. And then we have 3 more spaces that we could put in our Monkey Dories, and that's it. The deck almost finishly filled out there, and you look for some more spaces so you can get the Frostlass line there, because I think they run 2 of Frostlasses, and this is a lot of energy that you wouldn't necessarily need. You might be able to cut this down to around 10 to 12, and you have a top end deck there. So there we go. You have decent supporters. That's nice. Of course, 4 of the rare candies, more of the Ionos, and we have 4 Professor Research, because we're always searching for this in combination with the field card, which again will be a 3 or 4 off, so we can just get that Grimmsnarl very, very consistently. So we have the 2 bosses here, switch, and the only thing else I'm missing here to make this a good deck is energy transfer, which allows you to move energy around. Let's just put transfer. There we go. Energy transfer. It's energy switch. Yes, it's energy switch. Here we go. Which allows you to move the energy, from multiple Monkey Dories to each other in case of need to do that extra damage. So yeah, this is the stronger of the 2 decks, and an excellent base to actually start the Marnie deck. You have almost everything you need, with the exception of the Grimmsnarl and the field card, and you're set. Because even if you buy 2 of it won't be a waste, because you will get extra rare candies and body puffins, which are staples, but you'll get a lot of extra Impidimp and more gems, which you most likely wouldn't use. So I'd say buy 1 of the deck and just hunt for the Grimmsnarl, and you might get these free from someone who bought a bunch of Destined Rivals and has bulk. You're sure you can get these cards for free. Your local just quit shouldn't be that bad. And yeah, as roughly said there, I haven't used this deck, but let me perform the upgrades on it as we are here live, so you'll see what the deck would look like. So let's take this out, take that out, 4 of those, take that out, 2 of these, can make them to 1. We don't want any of him. There we go. So we have more Pico. Nice. So now we'll add 2 more Grimmsnarls, 1 more few, so 4, 4, 4. Let's go here. You can take this out. You can add we'll take out 2 of these energies. There we go. Now let's add our monkeys. Of course, going to do a pretty monkey. We'll add the Frostlass. Again, I have pretty stuff. I love them. to pretty for us last. And we're missing these Snoruns. So, Snorunt. Here we go. Again, I like pretty things. There we go. Nice. Does it have an illustration? No, it doesn't. Alright, so now I'm using 3 cards. We could take up one of these, add on one of these, take up one of these, take a second one. E-spec would usually be Secret Box, because Secret Box actually searches for the field card, rare candy, and a tool. So you have a tool here already. So 3 rare candies, this, there we go, 1 recycler for this. I, as a rule, don't play 4 because they often jam. So what did I say we were missing for this deck? Energy transfers. Let's do. Let's switch. SWIT. There you go. Energy switch. 2 energy switches. It's nice. So you have an E-spec, we switches. We have 4 more spaces now. Yes, let's add 1 more, because we removed some of this to keep it at 6. Actually, you know what? What's the retreat cost on him? 2. Let's actually add an air balloon, because that'll be a nice addition there. We don't have any artisans, and let's add one of these, one of these, and 1 card above. Let's take one of these out because we already have this, we have water draw, we have enough. So this should be my 60 list. But I think 12 would be too much because we could run 12. Alright, I'm confident with this, so let's give it a whirl. And not gonna risk my rank on that. Let's give it a 2. Alright, now let's get into some game footage. In advance, I actually forgot to start the recording, so I missed like the first couple turns of this game. So let's just pick up here. I'll shorten this a bit because it was pretty much a blowout, and then we'll go again. So you can see here, same thing I'm saying, just rare candy, search for the Grimmsnarl, evolve up, bring energy to their boys, party in the yard, and that's it. 2 prize. Boom. I'll skip right there, and that's the surrender. So nice, easy win. And let's get into our full game here with the game 2. Just let me click in there. Nice. I don't know if I should redact the names. Someone in the comments let me know. I don't think my channel is big enough to actually reach whoever it is, so I'll take a go first because I want to get that thing off. Did I pick first or second? I don't remember. Double mulligan. Da-da-da. Alright. Alright, we got the Grimmy. We have an Ultra to look for our Grimmsnarl rare candies. So we up already because we're going to look for Grimmsnarl with our body. And following turn, just search for him, discard 1 of the rare candies and the darkness energy because you're going to get a returned. And we up. The only thing they could have would be having something to stop items. Alright. Water. Bring him instead, I think, just in case, because that's going to go into Greninja, and yeah, we don't want to go through that Greninja. Greninja has no effects, so we'll just be putting damage on our own thing. We have no rock weaknesses, so we should be fine. Alright, we go for the Arven. Most likely a body and yeah, there we go. Evory. Alright. Pure water. So I'll go for small backs. There we go. 2 of them, that's interesting. Second nest ball. Alright, so we're going for a setup there. I assume he has the rare candy and that. That's an odd play. That's a really odd play. Boss. Okay, boss him. Because he carry treat, can't attack. Same way, discard energy, discard rare candy. Alright. Get a Grimmy boy. Hit the candy hard. Alright. And we'll load up the Matic. We will put a few on the one prizer to throw the race, 2 on him, and we should be good. And boom. Let's do that. We can always redraw cards later with our professor, and we'll load up that boy there because we want to one-shot him for now to prizes later on, and that should put us in a winning position. I don't know why he did that with the TM evolution though. Okay. He's got his E-Spec and draw. That's pretty wild. To bring his second form? Okay. Why didn't he just search for Baxcalibur and Rare Candy? If he went Baxcalibur Rare Candy, he could have just Rare Candied up, search for 2 Water Energy, and start swapping through his deck. Also getting at least some damage in, but alright. Maybe he has some 500 IQ plan we don't know about. Because we're definitely going to kill that. And we're definitely going to kill the other Chien-Pao on the bench. So I don't know what he's trying. And even putting that on him, I don't understand. Well, experience share, so we don't waste energy, and we'll save that secret box so if necessary. We have a good attacker up there. He should be doing 220 now, so that means I could one shot and Chien-Pao. That'll get me into my last 2 prizes there if he does manage to put any damage on the Grimmsnarl. We also have Monkey, because there's no way he can one shot that unless he draws a god load of water energy. So let's see. Nice. There we go. Expected Baxcalibur, but why did he put that in front? Why didn't promote the Chien-Pao if he knew he had Baxcalibur coming? Or even just to search for the water energy. Alright. Very confusing game. Alright, we'll take a boss because we want to get him. Got right candy because we could touch that field card. And there you go, free retreat. So we got free retreat. We have a rare candy up and we have a search. We also have evolution to go up on our tiny boy there, or Damogram. And this should guarantee a win there. because there's no way in high heaven that he will be able to squeak his way out of this. It's at this point I realize that I can't actually put damage on the the energy on the monkey, because it says to dark Pokemon, to Marnie's Pokemon, and a monkey is not a Marnie Pokemon, so yeah, mistakes were made. Right, so 4 prizes there. With that, we have a guarantee 2 prizes there in the form of Grimmsnarl. Oh, excuse me there. In the form of Grimmsnarl and Marnie's Morpeko. So it's a good run 3 deck. Mind you, I had the footage slightly sped up so that you wouldn't be having too much dead air. You can tell by the time ticking down there. And still this game seems to be dragging on. And I was expecting a surrender there. Okay. That's an interesting choice. I guess I could open for him to do some damage, so I can at least justify the play I make. I don't see how he could possibly win, so that's why I just shifting around. There we go. Let's give him 1 price of Pico. So if he does do any damage, he can actually kill the Pico. Trying to bait him into possibly using the Haxorus, just back Excalibur, and let's just say that last knockout. Granted, the better bet might have legitimately been. Ooh, I might have fucked up here. Again, if you knew you had that, why not put up the free retreat that you have the Dunce Pass there for? You put back 2 energy, you could have literally put him up, take him and get a card to your hand and tutor. I don't understand the play this person make. They literally throwing the game. Because at this point, they can't retreat back Excalibur. I have the ability to retreat with him, walk this, attack and kill it. And look, this retreat, put him back up. I'll do enemy transfer just because. And that's it. Like, there's no possible way for him to win. That's it. But yeah, that's my deck in a nutshell. Hope you'll enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we still have the Rocket Archetype to do, so we'll do the Rocket Archetype as the last, and hope you enjoy.